Wow. Vshojo, one of the largest VTubing agencies, has officially shut down. And the one to drop the nuke was none other than the VTubing sphere's most beloved VTuber, Iron Mouse. On Monday, Iron Mouse uploaded a video announcing her departure from Vshojo. And while I wasn't too surprised this day would come, I didn't expect the reasoning to be this.
I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I am here today, is owed over $500,000 from Vshojo.
I think it's safe to say this news rocked the VTubing community. It was not only confusing, but also maddening. There was no way Vshojo would have intentionally done something this malicious, right? It couldn't possibly get worse, could it? Well, in the days leading up to the shutdown, the Vshojo talents were jumping ship one by one. Ex-Vshojo talents started coming forward with their own stories detailing the mishandling of funds and the poor treatment by leadership.
I have been lied to from the company a lot about the situation. So my payment stopped last September. I was asking what's going on for a long time, multiple times. All they said was, it's going to be paid, it's going to be paid, it's going to be paid. And it was never paid.
Vshojo owes me significant amount of unpaid debt that I haven't been paying in a long time.
I was put into a call with Gunn, the CEO of the company, like someone that I admired and I looked up to and I wanted to please, someone that I thought was the coolest person ever. And he told me that I was a damage to the brand, that I was a disappointment. I was told that me being harassed was an inconvenience to the other talents and not to talk to them. Optics were more important than their own talents' well-being. And I was suspended from streaming.
I don't know, I can't really speak for everyone, but at the time I left, they had owed me pretty much close to the amount of a Mercedes-Benz S-Class.
It's kind of wild that this was all happening behind the scenes, and no one really knew until Iron Mouse decided to speak up. Granted, I think many people started to grow even more suspicious of Vshojo when talents like Madara, Giga, and Zentreya left shortly before the explosion. But because we weren't given many details and the way that VTubing has evolved so much over the years, people were willing to shrug off their suspicions. And it's also become quite common for VTubers who were once part of a company to go indie. Many times they are just as, if not more, successful. So this was seen as a win for popular VTubers to break free from their company. However, Vshojo was unique compared to agencies like Hololive and Niji-Sanji. They were one of, if not the first, big VTubing agency to popularize an adoption method. Most of their talents were already well-known indie creators who kept their own branding instead of taking on a company-made character even after they left the company. So from my point of view, this was really cool, and many VTubers like myself thought maybe one day we could audition and join. But if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And over time, cracks started to form, first with the Nuxtaku controversy, and later with the resignations of Silvervale, Nanners, and Vey. But even after that, Vshojo held strong with popular talents like Zentreya, Iron Mouse, Project Melody, hmmm, and Fruit. They even started recruiting other corporate VTubers who had left their former agencies. So there was still a faint sense of hope that Vshojo wasn't as bad as it seemed. And for a while, things seemed really good until they very much weren't. So where do we go from here? Well, at this point, I'm watching it all burn, but I can't help but feel some disappointment that this was all happening right under our noses. Where did all the money go? Why did people wait until Iron Mouse said something? Still, I think it's a good idea to operate with some caution. Now that Vshojo's become enemy number one, you can bet that there's going to be a flood of my experience with posts, plus some made-up stories from clout chasers looking for sympathy. It can definitely get overwhelming and distracting, but I think it's best to focus on the voices of people who were actually part of Vshojo. I do genuinely believe the former members are going to be just fine in the long run. But as for Vshojo leadership,